Making it relatable. I'm back. Let's do it. Lots to go over. But you know what? I've been really boring lately. And actually, I kind of struggled being able to figure out when to post the next video because there hasn't been really that much that's been going on with me. So, as usual, I took some notes. I also have prepared a new feature for today. So, pretty excited to introduce this. I spent about half an hour here getting it all organized and set up so that way I can share it with you. And hopefully it works. Cross my fingers. We'll see what happens. And also, still community of two. Happy about that. Let's see if today's video earns me a community of three, a second subscriber to this channel. We'll see what happens. Uh, Hopefully, but if not, we'll just keep moving on. And you know what? If you are viewing this for the first time, don't subscribe. Don't keep watching. Just stop watching. It's all good. I'm fine with that. But also, if you're enjoying this content and you're curious to see what this is all about because it's your first time here, well, welcome. We're happy to have you. Welcome to the community of two, hopefully making it a community of three. It's me, a good friend of mine who is subscribed, a subscriber that has become a good friend. And that's what this is all about here. Let's become friends. Let's hang out. Let's just have a good time. Let's learn about each other. And of course, I'm going to let you learn about me first. We're going to go through all this stuff and crossing my fingers, everything goes well with this new feature. So let's just dive right into this. Let's get right in. Let's just talk about what's been going on. And first of all, had the talk. I had the talk. I know I was supposed to have it a while ago. I was supposed to go through it with her, but well, I didn't. I just didn't seem to find a good time. And I was waiting for the moment when I would be approached. I know I talked about this before, and I said, you know what? Perhaps I would make the phone call or wait till we get together again, which I knew we wouldn't get together for a very long time again because of just my unwillingness to hang out with really anybody new in person at this point. So I figured, I would make the phone call, I would talk to her, I would let her know what's going on, but I never did it. Never did it. And well, I went with my original plan, which was waiting for her to approach me to ask me what's going on, to kind of get a vibe for where my head is at. And then that way it opens up the door for me being able to let her know what is actually going on with me and the fact that I just am not really feeling it. So yeah, she called me. She called me. She called me out. She was wondering, hey, what's been going on? You've been kind of distant. You haven't been as responsive. You've been inconsistent with your, interactions with me. And I told her, I said, you know what? I'm just not ready to really get all that involved or intimate with anybody at this point. Nothing to do with you. Of course, I'm not going to let her know that I'm just not really all that attracted to her because that would be devastating. Of course, I would never want to do that to somebody. That's the truth. But also, it is the truth that I'm totally not ready to get all that involved with anybody right now. And perhaps today will be the day that I will go through that in a little more depth once I go through everything I want to go through first, and then we'll see if I'm feeling up to it. But in any case, I just told her, all I said is I'm just not really, I was originally thinking that I wanted to get more involved with somebody, but as I was spending more time with you and things were progressing, I started to realize that, yeah, I'm just not there yet. I'm not there mentally. I'm not there psychologically. I'm not there emotionally. I'm not there physically. I'm just nowhere even close to there. And, but I'm happy we met and I'm hoping we can be friends and just talk. And she said, well, I'm developing these feelings. I'm kind of getting this sense of attachment with you. And I said, I'm getting that as well, but more on a just friendship vibe. And she was not having that. She said, I can't do that. I'm not seeing that as something that I can't get past the feelings. So I said, I get it, totally get it. All is good. You do what you got to do. I'll do what I got to do. And who knows, perhaps in the future we can just exchange messages here and there and hang out as friends, and I'm not going to do the whole thing where, maybe in the future I'll be more in the mindset and try to let her off that way, because then that leaves the door open, and I don't want to. I want to let her potentially find somebody else and be happy and find everything she's looking for, and I don't want to lead her on more than I think I already potentially have. So I've just cut it off, and I said, just so you know, I'm not going to be reaching out to you, because I don't want to do that, because if I reach out to you, you may get the wrong idea, or it may be harder potentially for you to move on. So I don't want to do any of that. You just, you do what you got to do. If you reach out to me, of course I will respond. I'm not going to leave you hanging, but at least now you know where my head is at, and you know what I'm thinking. And the reason why I didn't tell you right away, because I don't want her to be upset. I don't want her to be thinking like, why didn't you tell me right away? Why didn't you tell me what was going on when you were thinking it? And I just said to her, so she could not ask me that question, is I just said, I wasn't sure, and I was kind of back and forth. Moments I was thinking that perhaps I could move forward more in that direction, then other moments not so much. And and now that you've brought it up, it's really forced me to think about it a lot more and put more time and energy into thinking about it in this moment. And yeah, I'm realizing that I haven't spent enough time really considering where my head is at, and this is where my head is at. And that's what I think is best for both of us, is because if one person wants to be a friend and one person doesn't, it's not going to really work. So I said, it's better if we just move our separate ways. But obviously, you're awesome. She said, you're awesome too. Great, cool, awesome. But yeah, it's just not going to happen. It's just not going to work. So we'll see. I said, maybe you meet somebody and you decide down the road that you want to let me know what's going on with you, and I'm totally cool with that. She said, I want to know what's going on with your sleep and everything, if you can keep me up to date with that. I said, you know what, I'll do that. Maybe not so much, because we were talking every day, so I'm not gonna. Yeah, so basically you get the idea. That's what's going on with that, and all is good, and we'll see what happens. But I don't think I'm going to be reaching out, at least for quite some time. So that's good. All is good. Sorted that out. That problem is out of the way, and that's fantastic, because I was, kind of bothering me for a little bit there. So that's good. That's good. Now, work-wise, found some potentially awesome speakers. This is really, really, really good news. So yeah, just building a database, really building a database of people that I could potentially connect with for this podcast kind of workshop thing. I'm not sure what's going to come out of it, but I guess we'll see what happens. Most people seem like they're not really wanting to do this right now, potentially in the future. It's kind of a tough sell, because okay, so just so you know, let's go into a little more detail about what this program is all about, because I think I haven't really gone into too much detail, but basically it's a CPD website, continuing education for all kinds of different professions. And they're picking topics for me. The company picks topics. I have to find a speaker to do the topic, create like a workshop that's kind of got a podcast feel. And then they edit it and put it up on the site, and people can sign up as part of their continuing education program, these different workshops. So they give me topics. I've got to find a speaker for it. So the topics are like M&A transactions and draft tax legislation. So I know absolutely nothing about this stuff. I approached a friend who's an accountant, who is a partner for a firm. He said, you got to find a tax lawyer. So I called tax lawyers, and it's been challenging to find somebody. I've connected with a lot of really interesting people. So I have this database of quite a few people, which is awesome to go to. And I think I'm going to have to potentially, if I can't find a speaker, I'm going to have to approach this company that hired me to do this. And I'm going to have to let them know that perhaps we should let the speakers choose topics that they feel comfortable talking a lot about, that they feel that they know a lot about, and then They can let me know what those topics are. I can let you know what those topics are. You can look through your database of all the different topics that you want to go through to see if anything matches. Let me know. I'll let them know and see perhaps we organize the workshops that way. Maybe. I don't know. Just an idea. We'll see what happens and we'll go from there. So that's what's going on with that. It's been tough, but only a week. It's only been a week. So I got to give it a while longer and see what happens. We'll see what happens on Monday. I was able to get in touch with the bar association here. So the bar association has a list of all the different tax lawyers. So I'm going to call around them and see if I can get someone connected to this topic, and we'll see. I'll keep you posted. I don't know what's going to happen. We'll see what's going on. So that's what's going on with that. And third topic is, don't think it's a good idea to hang out with a particular friend, but kind of still want. Oh yeah. So, okay, I've got a buddy who I've known for a very long time. Cool guy, but he's definitely gone. He's made some bad decisions. One was, so we used to go out drinking like every night together and drink an absurd amount. But I didn't know this. He was also drinking like all day as well. So drinking all day, and then we'd go out late at night, drink way more, and he was just wasted all the time. I didn't know that. I thought we're just drinking like a pretty decent amount at night, but I didn't know he was wasted pretty much all the time. Now, I ended up meeting a girl that I was focusing all my time and energy at the time with, and then I stopped talking to him just because he was drinking all the time, and this girl was not going to have that. So I had to make a little bit of a decision. Like this girl, want to see where it went. And yeah, so I focused on that, stopped talking to him so much because of the whole drinking thing. I try to ask him, like, I try to say, let's do something different with our time. Let's not just drink all, but he was an alcoholic. So he was drinking all the time, and it didn't matter what I want to do. That's just what he wanted to do. And I was along for the ride kind of thing. And he just wanted to know that I was there. But if I wasn't there, it didn't matter. He's going to be drinking one way or the other. Yeah. So obviously that wasn't working. And we were in touch for about a year and a half, 2 years. And then I reached back out to him and I found out he was still drinking. And we went for a few drinks here and there again. But then again, like I wasn't really into doing that at all anymore. Just wasn't interested. And then I found out that he tried to stop drinking. And of course, if you know or you have been an alcoholic, you would know that if you just stop drinking cold turkey after you've been drinking nonstop for years, all day, every day, your body goes into shock. He almost died. The guy almost died. Went to Alcoholics Anonymous. Then he's been trying to get his life together, and he's been doing great and awesome and staying away from the alcohol. And I'm so proud of him. He's doing just fantastic. However, he has made some other choices that haven't been, I don't want to talk about what the other choices have been made because I don't want to go into that, but he's been making some other choices that are just not good. I'm trying to stay kind of clear of him, except hang out with him when he's not in certain scenes, let's say. And then I had found out that there was one night where he was working because he runs a store. So he was at the shop, he's closing up, and somebody came in and shot him twice in the stomach. And I didn't know what was going on with him. I hadn't heard from him in weeks. And I was like, what's going on with this guy? And then all of a sudden, his girlfriend got in touch with me and told me that he's been in the hospital. And that's how I found out. And he didn't get out of the hospital for like a month, 2 months. I hadn't heard from him on top of that. And it was bad. He had like his spleen removed. The guy almost died again. And he's had like tons of surgery. He's been in a hospital ever since. It's been many, many months. It's been like 6 months. This has been going on longer, I think. No, probably about 6 months. Yeah, about 6 months it's been going on. He's been in and out of the hospital and recovering, and he's been asking me to come and hang out with him. And I'm super wary because, I mean, for obvious reasons. I mean, I love the guy and I want him to be okay, but I also got to protect myself. I don't want to tell him that because it's like I'm his like last friend. It's bad. So yeah, it kind of puts me in a really rough spot, really, really rough spot. So I've just been, uh, yeah, telling him that because I've been struggling with sleep, I'm trying to, get to bed early and, unless you can hang out before like 8 o'clock at night, which I know for sure he can't. So that's why I'm just at least trying to make it seem like I'm for now, making myself available, even though I'm not making myself available when he's actually available. Kind of doing that on purpose. I don't think he would know that I'm doing that. I don't think so. I don't think he gets that vibe. I think he might be thinking maybe in the back of his mind that I'm doing that. But yeah, it's just a situation where I gotta stay clear of because it's just bad. It's really bad. So I'm starting to put a downer on today. I know that a lot of times I go through stuff and I might talk about things that are, a little bit funny or silly, but also the nature of this channel is supposed to be just talking about whatever's on my mind, whatever's going on with me, whatever's going on my mind. And that's what this is all supposed to be about. So you can just know that somebody is out here that's going through stuff too. We're all going through stuff. It's a crazy world, especially now. So many crazy things going on. So just so you know, there's somebody out there that's also going through stuff, and maybe you're going through some similar things, or maybe you have, or maybe you will, and then you can perhaps learn how to cope with some of these things, these crazy things. So that's what's going on with that. I really wish him the best, and I hope he'll be okay. And I do want to hang out with him. Well, let's talk about this one. Carpet beetles. Carpet beetles aren't those wonderful? Let's see if I can find. Oh, we can test out this feature. Let's test out this feature right now. I was actually planning to do this with this feature, but I'm going to do it now. I'm going to look up on my phone carpet beetles. Carpet beetles. Let's do this. Carpet beetles. Let's look up pictures of carpet beetles. These bastards, man. These are so annoying. So it's not bed bugs. They're not bed bugs. I don't know if this it's kind of like this. Kind of like this guy in a way. Doesn't really have the legs like this, but let's see if I can yeah, you're going to see some nasty, nasty pictures. Sorry, you get to see some nasty pictures. That's just the way this goes. Let's see if this works now. Yes. This will work. Look at this. Look at that. Yeah, this works. Yeah, carpet beetles. I have those, and I find them on my bed. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that great? Aren't you so happy to know that? Because it's been so this is what happens every single night. Every single night before I go to bed, I check my bed, all like the nooks and crannies of my sheets. And they're usually in one corner because I have a humidifier in one corner of my room here. And they're usually in that corner. So I check that corner first. Now, also, sometimes you see their larvae, like little worms. Isn't that just beautiful? Just beautiful. So it makes me so happy to know that these little bastards are on my bed. And I check my bed every single night, check all the corners, and then I shake out my comforter and I go through my whole entire bed. It sucks. It's pretty brutal, really annoying. I clean my sheets off. I clean my sheets once a week. And I make sure I vacuum often, but I've done some research. They could be from another apartment. They're also, because I have a balcony is right here, so they could be coming in from the balcony. If there's like a little crack somewhere, trying to get somewhere warm because it's really cold out. I don't know, but it sucks. It sucks. It really sucks to go to your bed and you want to sleep and you see these little assholes. So not happy about that at all. Not happy, but that's what I got. I don't know how to get rid of them. I really don't, besides just keeping an eye out for them and killing them whenever I can. I've looked underneath my mattress and, oh, look at that. It shut off. But it's good. We don't need to watch that anymore. We don't need to look at that. We don't want to see that picture anymore. I don't blame you. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. They're super small though, so it's not so bad. Like super duper 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 small. That's a huge blown up picture. Although I haven't seen them with those legs and everything. But anyways, usually like the legs are small and like almost covered by the shell, so it's a little different. But anyways, I have those. I have carpet beetles. Whatever. So that's what I'm dealing with here. Now, of course, I want to say absolutely. I'm not going to go into too much detail. I never want this channel to be anything like, you know, political. Never. I'm never going to go into, but I just want to say my thoughts and prayers are with everybody. Everybody during this time. It's never good to know that countries are fighting amongst each other in such a way where there are casualties. So I just pray for the whole situation to dissolve itself well, although it's not looking that way. And I'm not going to even talk about this in any sort of depth, but I just hope that this all gets figured out really soon. I really do. Anyways, that's all I'm going to say about that. Now, oh, yes. Okay, so this is what we're going to go through. This is what I set everything up for. I want to show you this because I thought this was really cool. And my dad sent me this the other day. And yeah, I just thought this was awesome. So let's go over here. There we go. Yeah. This is what we're gonna go through right now. So hopefully you can easily see this. Just put me over there. I don't know if you can actually see me move around up there, but let's just play this. You got to watch this. I mean, this is, if you've never seen this before, this is like one of the coolest things. Very amazing innovation. I'm super impressed. I wouldn't have. Anyways, just watch. You know, this guy pulling up. As soon as he pulled up, I could tell exactly what was. Well, I couldn't know for sure exactly, but I could kind of tell. At first, I was like, "Is this a designated parking spot?" I mean, that's like a lot of space just for each and every person. But then when this happened, it's like, what in the world? That's amazing. How brilliant of an idea is that? Although there's a few things that, like, what if you're in a rush and you really need to get out and the weather is super bad? Like, you're gonna, like, you want to pick up your car, like dropping off your car, fine, is one thing. But if the weather's really bad and you've got to like come out of your condominium and you've got to wait by that door, well, you'll see. Let's just let it go. So it drops off the car and the platform comes back up and he's still waiting. The guy's still waiting outside. There he is. So he's still, where did he go? Aha, there he is. Okay. So imagine you want to pick up your car, right? This is the point I was trying to make is I mean, there's a lot of, the design is amazing, obviously, but there are some things about this that I'm not too sure about. Like if the platform breaks down, if there's a mechanical failure and your car is just stuck in there, like, and you got to wait for someone to come by and fix this. I mean, who knows if they could even come by all that relatively, it might be days, and you don't have your car and everybody doesn't have their car. And also, what if like a lot of people are trying to leave at the same time? So you are waiting in line for your car. And what if the weather's really bad outside? You're waiting outside and there could be maybe like 10 people waiting for their car. And everybody's waiting in horrible weather outside for each and every person to get their car. Anyways, I just think that it's not necessarily all that practical, saves a ton of space. Watch this one. This one's I think a little bit more interesting. Although I'm not sure how secure that platform is, but it looks like there's multiple platforms on this one. This one has multiple platforms. That is really cool. I mean, and look how huge this storage system is. This thing's massive. Like, how many stories is that? It's like 15 stories, maybe more. That's wild. And at least this one has multiple platforms. So more than one car at a time can be dropped off, but still. And I think it doesn't really show, but it looks like you're inside dropping the car off. You're inside of the whole entire chamber. Maybe I can't really tell, but it looks like you're indoors. You're not outside waiting for your car. I could be wrong. It's a little bit hard to see from this angle, but unbelievably amazing anyways. So just wanted to share that with you. If you've never seen this before, I thought it was really cool. And when I think something is cool, I want to tell as many people about it. So let me know what you think about this. Do you think that this is a practical way to store vehicles for a condominium? Do you think this makes sense? Or do you think this is very impractical? Let me know. Let me know what you think. This is when I tell you, like, let me know in the comments so I can help my algorithm on the channel. But also just let me know what you think. And you know what? If you don't want to comment and you don't care about helping the algorithm and you'd prefer not to help the algorithm, hey, there's links all on the YouTube channel. You can just message me directly and forget about the algorithm. Forget about the YouTube algorithm. Who cares? But anyways, I thought that was pretty darn cool. Anyways, that's it when it comes to that. Let's talk about messed up shit that I do. Let's talk about messed up shit that I do. Let's talk about so I will bring my groceries up in a recycling bin. Yeah. That's what I do. That's what I do. I bring my groceries up in a recycling bin. And why? Okay, so when I tell you the reason why I do this, I would imagine it's a pretty logical reason. I mean, it makes sense. I think it makes perfect sense to do this sort of thing. That's just me. You let me know. You let me know what you think. But I know that if you just saw a guy waiting for the elevator in a parking garage to get up to his condominium and goes into the elevator with a load of groceries in a huge blue recycling bin, holding it. It's not even like one of those ones that you can like wheel around. It's like it's a box that you hold and it's filled with groceries. Yeah, I know that when people see me do this, they're like, what in the hell is wrong with this guy? This guy is really messed up. And I know that it's weird. However, I'm going to tell you the logic behind this. I think it makes perfect sense to do. And you tell me. So I have a lot of recycling at the end of a week, 2 weeks. I'll have a lot of recycling. And I'm all about efficiency. I'm all about saving time. So I will take all of my groceries and I will put them in, or sorry, I will take my recycling bin down filled with recycling. I'll bring it to the ground floor and I'll empty in the recycling room and then I'll go back. And this is when I have to go grocery shopping, right? So I think you're starting to see the connection, right? I will take the empty blue recycling bin. I'll go down to my car to the parking garage because I don't want to go all the way back up. It's a pain in the ass to go all the way back up, drop off the recycling bin, and then come back down, or to have to take an extra trip on a day where I don't want to have to leave the condo if I don't have to. If I don't have to leave the condo, I'm not leaving the condo. I don't want to have to just go downstairs to bring down recycling. I'm going to go downstairs at a time where I got to go downstairs anyways. All about efficiency. So then after I'm done dropping off the recycling and I'll take the empty recycling bin, I will bring it down into the parking garage to my car. I'll leave it beside my car. I will go grocery shopping. I will come back. I will take all the groceries. I will load it up into the recycling bin. And then I will bring the recycling bin up to the condo with my groceries. Come on, tell me that isn't brilliant. It's brilliant. Now, messed up. It looks messed up. It looks confusing. Very strange. I get it. To anybody who is just randomly seeing a guy with groceries packed into a recycling bin, I know it's going to look super strange, but I don't care. I don't care. A part of me cares. Okay, I shouldn't say a part of me cares. Part of me cares. Part of me cares. Because otherwise, why would I even be thinking about it, right? Part of me cares. I do. more for the person, a little bit for myself too, because I know they're looking at me. I can see them looking at me, even though I can't see their eyes and I don't see where they're looking. I know that they see what's going on, and I know they're thinking stuff. And then I'm that weird guy. I'm the weird guy. I am that guy who people are looking at like, what's wrong with this guy? Keep me away from him. I want as much distance as possible. And that's fine. That's fine. You know what? But I'm okay to be that guy. Partially not okay, but also I'm okay enough that I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to just keep doing it. And I've been doing it for a long time, and it's not going to change. So part of me is not okay with it, but most of me is okay with it. I'm okay with it enough that it's not going to ever change. No, it's not. It's not. It's fine. It's all good. So that's what I do. That's a messed up thing that I do. If I actually would, how awesome would it be to start a little segment called messed up things that I do, and for it to be in bold and letters down here flashing or something. I don't know how to do these things with YouTube, and I'm too lazy to figure it out, and I'm not going to figure it out. We've talked about this before too. I'm completely unmotivated. I'm very lazy. I don't like me figuring out this whole thing, by the way, with the ability for you to see what's on my phone. Like that was on my phone. That was on my phone. The video and seeing the carpet beetle on my phone. Figuring that out already is a huge deal. So trying to figure out how to put but how awesome would it be to have a little segment that I called, and I think I'm gonna try to do that more often. Messed up things I do, because I do a lot of messed up things. It's not the only thing. Anyways, that's it for today. I don't think there's anything else. Yeah, it was really boring week. And today's video probably today's video is a lot. Like I think the previous videos perhaps more funny. Today it was kind of just because nothing's going on. This one probably boring, probably kind of sad. But whatever. That's what this is all about. I want this channel to be boring sometimes. I want this channel to be funny sometimes. I want this channel to be sad sometimes. I want this channel just to be whatever it is. And I'm not going to try to make this channel anything besides just me talking about what's going on with me. So hopefully it was enjoyable in some way. Even if it was boring, hopefully it was somewhat enjoyable. But maybe it wasn't. Whatever. It's all good. Anyways, that's it. And thanks for coming by. And